It is 10:05 p.m. Today is Sunday, August 15th, 2021. Just going about eating dinner. Right, Tucker? Watch out, Tucker. What you doing, buddy? Go on. Go on. I can't get by, Tucker.
Oh my God, cry.
I'm not crying. You know, something that will make dinner that smells really good, a lot better. Having dinner done earlier, before 6 or 7. Which will never happen in the family because
Andy, why
Mom
don't you just keep it
Can
to
you leave
yourself?
the light on for a little bit?
Why?
I'm trying to get the ketchup out.
It is going to blind me.
Just for a minute.
Sorry. Why don't I eat inside too?
Yeah.
That's
I
right,
have a date school I'm gonna go to, and I really don't appreciate having to wait to sit down and eat, especially when it's this late at for me.
I'm very sorry. I'm not a very good cook.
I didn't say that. You're a good cook or a bad cook. It's just that I have to.
Andy,
You
I'm not
think
very
I'll
good.
learn it.
I didn't think that this tomatoes would take that long to cook like that.
Excuse me.
But
Mom.
unfortunately, sometimes things take longer than I thought, especially when Mom's her recipe.
Okay, Ben, buddy. Have
These
you ever
are cooked in butter
Ben, watch out.
instead of oil.
Dad, it's not the oil that caused it.
Oh, God damn it.
Can I tell you what
Uh-uh.
you probably
No.
need to do? Get the oil nice and hot before you put the potatoes in. Somebody who needs help cooking
You need
knows
the light
that.
on so I can turn it off
You
for
can
him.
turn it off.
If you really want to know. If you really want to know.
What?
Okay? Well, if you really want to know, I'll tell you.
But potatoes has nothing to do with why dinner was so late.
It was me, because I went swimming. Do you mind? I'm doing it, trying to get stronger and get my legs to feel better. I'm working real hard, Andy.
But can you do that earlier in the day?
Mm-mm.
Why? You have me.
I tried, but the sun was too bright for my eyes to tolerate with the pool water reflection. I'm sorry.
Take out goggles.
I don't have goggles. I'm not fortunate like you to buy anything I want.
They're not that expensive.
I don't have any money.
That hurt my ears.
Sorry about that.
I thought that
My
was.
steak is tough.
It is tough.
Really?
Mhm. Oh, it's good.
But Dad, here's another thing.
Oh boy.
Have you ever tried swimming in the morning? Before noon, the sun isn't going to be in your eyes as much at our house.
I'm afraid the raccoons might chase me.
Before noon?
Mm-hmm.
Raccoons are sleeping.
Raccoon mornings.
They're sleeping, Dad. You're really crazy.
Hmm?
You're crazy.
I know they're not sleeping. I remember that
So what?
when we were at Ella Disney.
Well, why would we have raccoons around here for?
They weren't sleeping when they're up in the tree when our dog was nailing them.
I know.
They're awake at nighttime, Dad. Mostly. And you're trying to tell me there's raccoons out now?
Could be.
I'm just trying to point out simple solutions. And here, I'm the one who needs those simple solutions. Just trying to get organized better, Dad. You blame it on Mom. Mom blames it on Joe.
Whatever, Andy. We'll blame it on you next. How's that sound?
It's alright, I'm thinking about quitting my day program anyways.
All right, then quit then. Nothing new. You don't want them to help you. You don't want them to fix your knee. Nothing.
Well, Dad,
Well, Andrew,
it's not that.
you only go twice a week. It's not like you're going every damn day.
It's a trial, Dad.
Yeah.
He's like a Democrat.
And all day that
No,
Saturday,
he's like a Republican.
and all day that Saturday, Dad, remember how you just kept on going at it with me? That I ended up running away?
I didn't think
Then
it was
I
that
ended,
bad
and
'cause we went
then,
upstairs.
and then I
Hey,
ended
can't
up
do so loud,
going,
my ears hurt me. Ow!
and then I
need
ended up
headphones.
going to the hospital, Dad.
I'm doing it bad.
What time is it?
Mom, normal
10
people
after
go
10.
to sleep at 10. Catch up, please.
Except for one thing, Andy. People that work nights.
You
Remember
work
when they
night?
gave 'em- Really? I don't know, 22 years we were doing fucking papers, you idiot. Where have you been?
Now I'm an idiot.
No, you make it sound like we weren't that long. Oh, Andy,
Dad.
forgot about that one.
You don't have to eat this. Like, make your own stuff.
You can help me?
Someone who worked at McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's need help.
Joe,
You can't cook.
I can't cook.
No, that's probably.
No,
what
you're
they're gonna say.
absolutely right. I can't cook.
No, the chicken was delicious.
I know. I don't know how to flip a hamburger. Give me a fucking break. Suppose I don't even have autism either.
Never said
There
that.
we go again.
Well, Joe, you make it sound like I never had these problems ever before. Of course, Joe. How many times did I work at
Andy,
McDonald's?
Andy,
How
it
many
sounds like
years?
you're trying to jump all over me. And you're on the phone after everybody with your mouth.
I was
What-
at
Say
McDonald's, Joe, and how many? I had people who watched over me.
Yeah,
to be
peace and
safe.
harmony around here, that's damn sure.
It's called management, Andy. They're supposed to look for you.
No, I don't know how to cook. You mean?
I didn't say you don't know how to cook. I'm saying if for a person that has flipped burgers all his life need help.
I don't see Dad or Mom being downstairs at 5 o'clock for me to cook.
I was outside doing stuff and work.
You're not around me.
You don't need a stove.
Andy,
to
I
cook.
have things to do. What would you like
I'm
me to
talking
do?
to Joe. Responding to that. I don't need to respond to you too.
Joe, I got everything out of my van. I forgot to tell you. The only thing I need help for is to get that jack out of there.
Mhm.
Okay?
Hey, Joe, I had to have help with starting the grill, okay? I had to have help cooking because of the safety issue. Remember how many times I burnt myself? Remember? Remember how many times I started fires? Joe, come on, please.
How many times did you start a fire? How many times?
How many times did the fire department come over for your microwave?
Once. Microwave?
Dad, please.
Damn.
When you have infant, Dad, please. You can't lie. What about the time when I was cooking sausage for you guys and I had to smoky kitchen?
And I almost had a smoky kitchen tonight.
But Dad,
it happens, Andy.
if it wasn't for you to turn out the burner, I wouldn't be able to do it in that mindset, so please. I don't need help, you forgot. I don't have any disability. I don't
need
have
help
any...
either. That's why I burned down the house once.
You didn't burn down a house once.
Okay. You don't know.
Dad...
Growing up, I burned down 2 houses.
You know, Dad, you can continue playing stupid like you are, like the comments you're making. And mocking me like it's no big deal.
Am I mocking?
That I need help.
Just...
The purpose of me complaining... And the purpose of me
Are you recording this, Andy?
The purpose of
Andy,
my...
Are you recording this? I want an answer.
I'm not answering that.
I'm not talking to you till you tell me if you're answering.
I am going to tell you I do not appreciate having late dinners as if it was just to look for something.
Yes, sir.
I say you don't have to eat late dinners.
What is there to eat then?
Make it yourself.
Soup.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I can cook, yeah. Dad yells at me for all that. And you know what, Dad? I gotta have a grill. I gotta have help with that.
Damn, why did I yell at him? I don't remember the last time I fucking yelled at him.
He never once yelled at me for eating meatloaf when it was made for dinner. He never, when it was on my plate for the night before that, to eat. He never once yelled at me for cinnamon rolls that was made earlier in the day, and it was sitting there. He never once yelled at me for eating coffee cakes or lunch meat. Dad...
Oh, shut up. I'm done. You're just looking for...
I also need help cooking hot dogs and sausage because of... Just never mind. Dad, if I... Remember when Mom crashed...
No, I don't remember.
Remember when Mom crashed the Dodge?
No, I don't remember.
The Plymouth van. Remember the Plymouth van? Your 1999 Grand Plymouth Voyager. Mom crashed. And how angry you got because she had a diabetic coma. Her sugar dropped real low, remember? Joe hurt his face and everything.
Joe had his stitches.
Remember, Dad? At Wilson Farms? Well, Dad, how would you feel, how would you treat me if I actually burned down the house as I have trouble cooking?
Good. Hey,
because
I celebrate.
Mom is usually upstairs and she would never be able to get out, nor would I. And you won't have anyone around me to help me. So, Dad, you're good, babe. You sometimes sleep late at the afternoon. I would not get the help to get out.
Damn it,
nor would Mom.
Why don't you go in the house? Go to bed.
Because, Dad, you know
I'm
right. You know I am right about that.
I don't care about
you. Would get very angry if I did that. Even by accident. Even if I'm not alive, you'd be so angry with yourself because you don't have anywhere to go. You had me cook dinner because I bitch about having dinner so late.
Him, Jen. He's Dad, just like he was doing to people on the phone earlier.
On the phone earlier? I wasn't even on the phone earlier.
Huh, what a liar.
I wasn't even talking to anyone on the phone. Where the hell are you?
I must be going nuts.
We all are.
Look on YouTube for this conversation and what I put online, if you want to do that. I was trying to express myself the way Juice had was working with me on, and unfortunately...
No, I gotta go.
And unfortunately,
taking a piece of my mind.
Unfortunately, I
Stay out of my
cannot.
business.
Unfortunately, I cannot say I would rather have dinner done earlier. It would help me out a lot more. And I never once intended to get upset like you and Joe were causing. You just constantly do this to me. I'll let them know I'm not coming in anymore for the day program. It's getting too much for me. Hey guys, before I go to bed, before I stop this recording. So, my dad has been... Oh shit, I hope I didn't break something. Yeah, I kind of broke one of my spray bottles. Which one broke? Oh, it's this little one. Lovely. I didn't mean to break that. Watch Mom have me arrested for accidentally breaking one of my spray bottles for my my lavender pillow spray bottles that I had in my book bag. Watch her try to get me arrested for that. But only funny, guys. How Dad stopped treating me like he was doing after the last time we had an issue. After my running away from the family, after the issue with me getting a ticket because of running away because I was being abused, and all this other stuff. I just find it funny how everything has been so good for 2 weeks since that happened. Okay, Google, turn off kitchen. Let's start by saying finishing this. So remember how my dad 3 weeks ago caused me a lot of problems with getting to my appointment, helping me to get the COVID testing, and getting to bed earlier. And all that Saturday, my dad got so emotionally abusive towards me. He made it sound like I don't want to go to the day program. I ran away from my parents' house. Ended up going to have the police issue. Then I ended up going to the forced back to my parents' home. Then I ended up having an issue with I had no issues other than one time with my dad, and I posted it on YouTube how I wanted to leave the house, but I knew leaving the house I'll get a ticket again, and I gotta be put up with the abuse I go through here at home. The police don't care. They just allow my dad to do what he does to me. And then I end up running away and getting a ticket because I can't take the abuse I'm going through. And then then my dad makes it sound like he's all perfect. We have our team meeting. Dr. Keffer finishes the report with my dad and Mom. And then everything was so good for 2 weeks. I do not like how I am the one who is the aggressor. I do not appreciate being treated the way I am by my dad, and how he makes it staged like he's the victim here. Guys, I had no problems with my dad. You heard me express myself in what I would say a very appropriate way compared to what I normally would do. Unfortunately, I got dragged into a very long debate about it. My intent was to say what I had said and drop it and eat my dinner. Not to get upset.
Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe to help expose the creature. And remember, Andrew Ditch fakes autism.